A second. Yes, welcome everybody. So we're live to continue. Yeah, my kids are okay, so we continue to play.
Right on.
3 days after. We play tous pour un. I know. All for
That's right.
one. It's the same game. All right. Uh, and it's the second part of how it used to, not how it used to be, which is now named about something Philip says a couple of times during the last session. So yes, I didn't know how to call the session, and when I thought about it, I think that it was the best title.
Yeah.
Uh, right. So we're live, and we stopped really in the start of a combat, um, which I use the map. Yeah, theater of the mind most of the time, but sometimes it's okay to have a map just to see how things are. So we have Philip against a very strange looking woman with a long tongue. I think you see the picture here of
She's
the lady in
hideous.
question. Yeah, in my description, I said she had tattoos on her arm, which is still holding. It's just that Pinterest image doesn't have. But imagine this with tattoos. So, and we have Grasse, which is burning. Jacques, which is trying to stop the fire. We have Denis de Caumont in some sort of one of the room of the burned down castle, trying to retrieve what he was coming for, which are bronze cylinder with important things, the paper, I kind of treaties or stuff that were signed with nobles. And we have Pompierre, well, obviously coming to see what is going on. And not on the map, we have a flying strange creature which has the body of a bat, a long neck, and the head with a long beak. And so far, we know that it's spitting some sort of oily, some oily thing, which helps fire to ignite. Right, and the last moment, Philip went to face that monster lady and saw that his mighty sword, mighty rapier, wasn't of any use against her, and her tongue just was around the sword itself. Right. Anything to say?
Oh, please tell me there's nothing where that happy face is.
No, it was where you heard the sound. I can remove the happy face.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
let's
God.
remove the happy face. Yeah. You have enough of that crazy crone, mutated crone. Yeah, which is her. All right.
Okay.
So, okay. Okay. I'll work with the map. It's her turn. Okay. So, she'll try. Well, she will try to grab the weapon and remove it from your hand with her tongue. It's just that I haven't read the rules for that. I think it's quite simple.
I think so. But I think for a real honest to God disarm, um, well, I'm not
Okay,
sure how you want to judge it, but go ahead.
it's brawl against yeah, and opposed the melee. Well, all right, she'll try this.
Right.
So, but she doesn't have the -2 penalty because you're she's immune to that kind of damage. So she'll try it. She's pulling hard with her tongue. tighten it around the blade. How much success do you have?
Let's see. What am I rolling here? I'm really kind of rolling.
Well, it's melee. I guess it's will be your fencing skill.
Okay, fencing without anything else. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, let's find out how many successes I have. Oh, that is 2 successes on 10 dice. That's remarkable.
So she rolled 3 success, meaning that yeah, well, your weapon goes away. Well, it goes 5 feet from you. You're just flying it over her head, and the rapier just fall behind you. And she's beginning to gesture, and she's beginning to talk in some strange tongue. All the while, you can see the strange flying creature, which will fly towards Pompier is coming, is running. There's Jacques trying to put out the fire, and there's you. Okay, so I will roll 1 dice, and 1, 2 will be Pompier, 3, 4 will be Jacques, 5, 6 will be you.
Oh, awesome.
I rolled a 4. Jacques is targeted. What is okay? So it will be his active defense. I don't have it in front of me, but
I can tell you. Let me see. I happen to have his active defense. Well, he has a dexterity of 1.
Oh, no, really?
He's an old drunk man. What do you want?
Right. So he's near the fire, and you see that you see that strange creature swooping, getting near Jacques, which is occupied at trying to put out the fire, but he doesn't see it coming. You can have a free action here if you want to talk to him or something.
Jacques, run! Run for the woods! Run for your life, old man!
Right. He looks up, roll his dexterity.
Okay. Let's see. That's 1 die. And it is a 0.
Well, the creature rolled a 1, which is it's a minor success, which is enough. He has all his shirts splattered with the oil. Now, will he catch fire from Gresset? Okay, we can make. Does he have some skill, acrobatics, athletics? Probably not. Huh?
No, not at all. Not at all.
He has 1 in dexterity. Poor guy.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Right on. So we'll try to see if he avoids that. Just let me see. Okay, roll his initiative then. I think it will be a good way to do that.
His initiative actually is 4 because he's rather intelligent.
Right.
So he has 4 dice in initiative. Okay. And that would be 2, the average.
Okay, the average. I will make the initiative of Grasset. I think that's the way I will deal with that. Grasset as an initiative. Okay. Well, he rolled 2. They are equal, meaning that if we take that as some sort of a success for Jacques to get away, it is a minor success, meaning that maybe he can sense the heat, maybe some fire caught on him, but not enough to ignite the oil. So he's running away and tapping himself on the chest, just in time not to have the fire put out. Where will he go? He will hide himself here. I've moved him. Well, all the while, Grasset has taken 6 lethal wounds, 6 lethal caustic wound, which makes him, well, we'll just check his health, but, well, yeah, he's -1. So, Grasset, and he's still burning. It's your turn.
Oh, man. Well, without my sword, I'm just going to barrel right at this creature and try to knock her over because she's chanting, and that makes me very nervous.
All right. So you're making a brawl.
I am making a brawl, and I'm going to try to grapple. So that would be 6 dice.
6 dice. Well, you're right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You make a meeting brawl. Sorry, I have to read that. It's a touch attack, so passive defense is not. Sorry, I don't want to stop the game, but
no, it's okay. I haven't done very much brawling at all. So
she used her passive defense. So passive defense is without dexterity. Okay, right. Right, you jump on her. Roll that.
Okay, well, I rolled a 1 out of 6 dice.
All right.
This is not my day.
Yeah. So you jump on her. Yeah, okay. She's gesturing fast, so making it hard for you to grapple it. Well, I will make her strength roll for her, and she rolls a 0, you succeed, which is not the case. She's able to push you back. All right.
Okay.
We have Pompier. Well, we have Pompier was coming. Whoop! I want to drag him. What is that?
I don't know, but shoot it. Shoot her. Shoot the creature in the sky. Shoot something.
He's looking up at the creature in the sky, and well, he's totally terrorized. Okay, he will make a will check just to see if he freezes there or whatever. If he can succeed in doing anything. Willpower, he has 3. Okay, he has. I make him a difficulty of 2. Well, he's freezing. Okay, it's like if he was stunned. Okay, so for the next round, he will do nothing. He can defend himself, but he can't make an actual attack or something. You have the witch. Let's call her like that. Well, witch will try to cast something, but she has lost some dices because she has been disturbed by you, even though you didn't succeed. Okay, so well, she'll try to cast something. Well, will she use you or Pompier? Well, you are especially a threat for her. Will she succeed? Well, no, she's not able. She's making all this gesture, all these words, and she claps her hand together, but nothing happened. And she make a scream of some out of frustration. It'll be your turn.
Good. Well, having flashbacks of being in Monsieur Trevi's hotel with D'Artagnan and being disarmed, I pull out my main gauche. I turn to a main droit in my right hand.
All right.
And try to stab this hideous woman with it.
Right.
With a mighty thrust.
Go ahead. Roll me that.
I will thrust, and let me just see just how many less dice I'm using with this one. Probably 2. So my thrust, I'm used to thrusting with my rapier. So
Yeah.
this will be less dice. This will only be 11 dice. So I'm quite handicapped at this
Only.
moment. Quite handicapped, and that would be 6 successes.
Well, 6 successes. Doesn't hurt her, doesn't, but nevertheless, it has reached her. Well, it's way over her strength. So you push her. In fact, you push her a lot. Just remember how push back works, but I think it's. Knock back.
Might be 5 feet for every success over, something like that. That sounds familiar, but
yeah. Well, I think she yeah. She, and well, it's not double her strength, but she's pushed back a little. You know, she's stumbling her arms in the air. Okay, let's see if Pompier comes back from his senses. No, he's looking and who are those monsters?
For God's sakes, man, get a hold of yourself. You're a soldier.
Okay.
Shaking my head, thinking, and they made fun of me.
You can make an influence roll on that, which is double your charisma.
Okay. For the love of God, man. That is a 2. That is the average.
Right. I think 2 is enough for influence roll. I will just check that out. We're using lots of new stuff today.
we are, which is good.
Anthony will be proud of us.
That he will. Yeah, these are some of the things I haven't had a chance to use.
It's against the willpower. Well, no, he rolled 3 successes, so you can't influence him. He's looking at his friend burning, and okay. We have
the Command soldiers are useless.
Yeah. You can hear away the flying the flying creature, and you can see it well flying over the middle of the rest of the building, and you can hear Command scream, "Help! Help!" It's your turn.
Not now, you idiot! Not now.
We forgot the turn of the witch. The witch will. I call her a new name every time. Whatever, we know who she is. Yeah. Well, she make a move, and her tongue gets out, trying to grab your neck.
Okay. Whatever will I defend with at this point?
Well, defense. Standard defense.
Well, I'm gonna use parry because parry is my reflexive action. So I can't do damage to her, but I will parry. So I'm parrying with the man gauche turn man droit. So I think
you've made an attack.
All right.
You can't parry.
Oh, but I have the talent of always parrying. That's how.
Okay, that's a talent. We'll take it.
That's how the parry talent works. I don't get to I don't get to well, I suppose my riposte probably won't actually cause any damage to her, but I'll roll my parry and see what happens. Let me make sure I've got the correct amount of dice here. Some absurd amount, actually.
Sorry, I'm switching. Oh, okay, yeah, I have the right page. I was checking something. How much do you have?
That is 10. I rolled the way I should have rolled the other times. Yeah, 10 successes, which technically I have the riposte talent as well, which means any successes over her attack would count as damage towards her if she could take damage, which is not looking like she can.
You have 7 success over.
Right.
The tongue just get near your neck, but tell me how it doesn't reach it. And in a very, how can we call that kind of success? There's a name for that.
Spectacular, musketeer,
Amazing.
amazing.
Well, we have 5 or more, so how amazing it was.
Yeah, but leaping and jumping as their tongues whipping around. I am just letting it pass over me, using my main gauche to knock it aside, to lock with it for a second, and sprinting around and tumbling. I'm a sight to behold as I prevent her tongue from actually reaching me, trying like all heck to hurt her back, but avoiding this tongue.
With so much success, she falls on her back, even though she doesn't have any damage.
Ah, good, good. What do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna
Help! It's your turn.
Oh, all I can do is drench him, I think. And I just scream one more time, Pompier, would you help me, man? And I'm going to jump on top of the switch and try to grapple her.
Right on. So she make her passive, passive defense.
And we'll try to roll more than a 1 this time. And that is a 4.
Okay, right. So, okay, she has to roll strength over 4 success. She rolled a 0, which is a botch. Yeah, you jumped on her and you her mouth open, and she has a botch. So you grapple her totally. You're hugging her, and you can smell her breath, her stinky breath.
It's so screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm like, Pompier, come here, help me tie something around her mouth.
Right, make an influence roll. See if you can break the charm on him.
That is 2. That is the average.
Well, he has to. So with minor success, he comes by. He comes by slowly, and he doesn't know what to do, but at least he has moved.
Oh my God! And I believe this time I'll start screaming, Jacques! Jacques, stop hiding! Somebody!
Okay. You don't see. Well, you don't know if Jacques is still there.
Right.
You can see him come by the other way. Yeah, I just put him on the map with the musket of probably Grassin in hand, and I'll shoot that turkey.
Good. Good. Somebody else do something.
But okay, she's trying to bite you.
Okay, good.
At your neck with her filthy whatever remains of her teeth. Well, she's not very good at that. She will lose 2 dice, and I guess you can't use your active defense. Like, I'm just eyeballing something here, but you're grabbing here, so just passive defense.
Okay, that would be all right. That would be body, so that'd be 2. All right. Let's see. That is a 1. The average.
Well, you have 1 lethal damage.
Oh.
Okay, Jacques spots the creature. Will he be able to shoot it? He wants to shoot it. Does he have any gun skill?
He does not.
And that's going to be terrible. He has 1 dexterity.
His dexterity is 1.
Man, he can't even shoot.
No, we can't.
Well, he shots in the air, and the gun falls, and his hands are hurting. Ow!
Oh, that's awesome.
So, 1 lost shot. And okay, so you have that demon within your arm trying to debate. What are you trying to do?
I am trying to. I'm looking at grappling because my goal really here is to knock her out or to cover her mouth up. I really want her to stop know.
Well, yeah, she has some bandage on the eyes.
Right. And I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, what I'm really trying to convey to Vampire is like, please help me. But he seems to be a little bit.
Since it's another round, you can make another influence. Just
right. I was just looking at the grapple rules to see what in the world you can do once you've grappled somebody. That's my.
Okay. If you roll anything, grabs it. On the next turn, the grappled character cannot attack and must succeed in an opposed strength roll in order to free himself. To roll more damage than twice opponent's strength rating, you pinned him. Well, you have pinned her because she made 2 botches in a row. That's what I've ruled out.
Right.
And you can only you have only our passive defense or defense roll, which that is something that I've made for you since you want to keep her with your arm.
Right. Okay. So, just see. I'm going to try to continue to grapple her, and push her face into the earth, so she can't bite me, and she can't do any of that hideous chanting. And well, just yelling to Jacques, get me something to tie her up with. We need to gag her and tie her.
All right. Roll your strength.
Okay, I will roll my strength.
Double strength.
Little double strength again. All right.
Well, she rolled 3 success.
I rolled 5.
How much strength do you have? 5.
I thought we were rolling double like we usually do in strength checks.
No, it's I thought. Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess you're right. Sorry, I will.
Yeah, give her another die. Come on, give her a fighting chance.
Is it body roll dexterity? No, it's not a feat of strength. You roll your strength. Your straight strength. So
okay, right on. I will roll my straight strength, and that is a 2.
Okay. Okay. Well, she's not pinned. You still grapple her, but she raises on her back. She sits and she's pushing you, and you can feel her struggle with her mouth. And
hurry up.
She tried to bite you again.
Okay.
Trying to make you bleed.
I will roll my passive defense, and that is a 1. I rolled 1 success.
1 lethal.
Another lethal. Oh.
Yeah, her teeth are very unevenly sharp.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see Comon running all covered with that strange grease that the character has. But he has some objects in his hand. He has 2 cylinders. And he has some sort of you can see the pommel of an old-fashioned sword in a cloth. And by the glimpse of what you're seeing, there's a cross on it. The cross of, the cross of Jesus. I found this.
You found what?
And he looks at you and he gets the sword out. I don't know what to do with this.
Oh, for the love of God, somebody throw me the sword.
And Popier still, he's trying. He wants to do something, but he's just too shocked, and he grabs his sword and try to stab the woman while you're holding her.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that he doesn't budge.
Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
Okay, let's make an officer's attack. Okay. He shakes. I want to. I will bring her to hell. Well, he rolled a 2, and she has her passive. Well, at least he rolled something. So you're okay. Well, he kind of hit her behind the head. Her head turns a little over, but it doesn't do a thing, and which shocks him once again because he haven't saw you. Well, he realized by himself that nothing can hurt her. You have Comont coming by. It's your turn.
Right. I'm going to release this woman and just tumble backwards and just shout to Comont, "Give me the sword!"
Which he gives you. His arm shaking. What is that? What is that?
That is going to be all of our deaths if we don't do something.
Right on. Okay, so you take the sword. That's basically what you're doing.
Right.
She's up, and she looks at she looks. You don't see her eyes, but if she could see them, she looks at Comont and begins to cast.
Oh. Is it my turn yet? Or she's... No. Oh, that's well. He is a tax collector.
Well, will it work? I've rolled 4 success, which is she needs 2, and with the kind of spell she wants to do, she needs 3. She needs well, the doesn't well, it's an individual. Yeah, she succeeds. Comont is put in fire because she just made a sparkle with her hand, and the sparkle doesn't appear in her hand but appears on Comont, which ignites as if it was nothing. Well, and Pompier is more than shaken. You can see the flying creature coming back for maybe you or Pompier. It's not very intelligent, which makes me decide odd or even for you.
Even.
I rolled a 4.
Yay!
Which makes Pompier the target of the next spit of that creature from hell.
All right.
Okay, so I'll roll. I will just check his passive passive defense. Well, it's not as good as I thought he would. Supposed to be a big officer. Right. He rolled 1 success. The creature rolled 3 success, which makes him a big target to be splashed by that stink. That stinky oil. Okay, since you're pretty much all together, I will stop sharing the map. I don't think it's useful anymore.
I get the idea of just how screwed we are without the map.
Yeah, well, it was just in case someone began to run around the every walls of that rune. So we've made the creature, we've made the witch. We could make Pompier, but he's still he tried to hit the woman, without thinking that he could do something. 3, and she's at least she will have less defense against you because she's defended once.
Good.
I think is it -2 per.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, she defends against Pompier. She kind of just got by the side, and it's your turn with a sword. You can feel that it's a very weighty sword. It will remove 2 from your melee value because it's not a normal metal. Not silver, but you don't know how it's made.
Gotcha. Okay, that will take. So I will slash at this horrid creature, praying to God.
You have to hold it with both hands. So
Okay.
such when you lift it, you feel that you need your both hands to swing it.
Right. I will sing it and say a prayer to God and whoever else is listening. And that is 1, 2. That is 4, 7. That is 8 successes
Oh,
with a two-handed slash.
Tell me how you slash through this creature. You can see her rotting guts coming out from her, but tell me how it happened.
It's just a prayer, a prayer to God, and just a two-handed slash right across her middle, with just all the rage and desperation of a man knowing he's about to die, which I'm pretty sure I was about to. If there was ever a Hail Mary pass or a prayer to Mary, this is it. So it was not graceful. It was not musketeery. It was not swashbuckling. This was just a desperation.
Which works, okay? It's like if the sword has burned through her flesh. And she falls on the back. You can see her guts moving on the ground, and she kind of convulsing, and you can see her tongue, coming out and convulsing too, and you can see Pompier vomiting in the corner. And you can see Jacques coming with a rope. Okay, who do I tie? And he's looking at Caumont burning, and oh my God.
I just look at him, and I do two things. I stick the sword into the head of the creature, and I yell at him, Jacques, kick the cylinders out of the fire. Save the cylinders.
Oh yes, master. And he's coming near, but you see the creatures, which is turning around all above you, trying to spit, but he suddenly thinks about the way his shirt is and remove his shirt.
Good. He is much smarter than he has. He has 3 intelligence, only 1 dexterity. He's a smart man.
And it takes a while, but he takes the musket he left on the ground, but by the backhand of the musket, just kick the cylinder out of the burning corpse of Caumont. The creature itself kind of go away. Okay, it kind of, it feels like if his master or master was not around, so it's like a creature who doesn't know what to do.
Oh, and I keep scanning the sky though. Good God.
Okay. You can see Pompier sit down there. He's back on the wall of the room and looking at nowhere. He's totally blanked, and he's in shock. You can see Jacques having a bottle of wine. I don't know where he took it. And taking a sip of it. Feels better. But he's freezing, his his chest is naked, and we're in December in France, so it might be a little cold.
All right, Jacques, yeah, get yourself another shirt and give me that bottle. And I grab the bottle from Jacques. I take a swig myself and hand it to Pompier. Here, have a drink.
And he reaches out his hand. He swallowed, but half of it is coming out of his mouth. Was really haunted, this place.
Yes, it was. You've seen terrible things at the front that I have never seen. But We musketeers, some of us to defend the king in ways that now you can only begin to understand. We all defend France in one way or another.
You are aware of those things?
Yes, I have seen such things before, which is why I believe why I was called to go on this mission. But we do not speak of these things. We will say that Spanish spies were here that have killed Grasset and Denis. It would not do for the people to know that what they speak of in their folklore is actually true. Besides, who would you believe you?
If I talk about what I had here, I might be accused of witchery. I don't know. Sorcery. I don't know.
Yes. So it is better not to speak of these things. I am sorry about your friend.
You get 1 style point for showing someone who don't know how to do it.
Damn right. Damn right I do.
And I opened my can right at this place.
There it is.
Well, the dice has been, well, maybe not some of your rolls, but I was fair with the odd or even thing. You may have been splashed.
Yes, I was looking at the character generation part of the book as for a little while.
Well, you have 6 older brothers. It could be like the paranoia of a role-playing game. He's just a clone. No. Okay, no, don't go that way.
All right. But anyhow.
Yeah. So you have Jacques looking at you and Pompier, well, not looking at you, but they are both silent. Jacques looking at you, waiting for you to say something. Make a decision.
What is it, Jacques? What do you want?
We got I guess you have a mission for the king and those Silencers. He takes in one of his hand.
We got
what the king needs.
They are. We got what we came for. I don't know if it would be. We must pack up these bodies as best we can and bring them back.
I'll try to do something about that. And he's looking at the room of the castle since he has good investigative skills. And yeah, they said there was a witch hunt at this house. My feeling is that they were never able to kill the witch, and the witch burned out her house herself. That's my guess.
You may be right, Jacques. You might be right. I pick up this heavy sword and I said, Jean-Marie would never believe this. Someday I will show him this.
Yeah, well, there's some inscription in Latin on it.
Latin?
Yeah.
What does it say, Jacques?
He reads Latin?
I don't know if he reads Latin.
Let's roll with his investigative skill.
I know Philippe does not. Philippe skipped a lot of school.
You better ask Father Augustine about that.
I will. I'll bring it back. Here, Jacques, you... Well, never mind. You have enough to do with the bodies. I just completely leave Jacques to figure out how to pack up Grasset and
well, he finds something to make out of a shovel out of it, and yeah, well, no, not a shovel, but yeah, he's finding some clothing, and he finds a way to take the body, all the burned bodies.
Yeah.
The way Pompier is still he raised and he says, I don't know if I will be ever able to get back to my duties.
I understand. It will take time. It will take time, but you will. You have the heart of a soldier. You will. You will get over this. You've seen a hard thing.
The night is coming. Is it true? The sun is coming out. We're close to the evening. Maybe in half an hour, it will be completely dark in the forest of screams.
Well, then, I hate to say it, but perhaps we should just camp here. And I hate to say it, but we should build a fire. We've had enough fire for today, but I don't think we'll see anything worse than what we've seen already.
Right. Okay. I'll try to get some woods. And you can see him going away, walking like if he was a little drunk.
Mm.
And you can see him. You know, it's kind of the terrain is kind of coming up with trees, but he's taking some woods on the ground.
Right.
You have Jacques working on making the bodies right. Yeah, make a perception test.
Okay. Let's see. I believe that's what do I have here? Hang on a second. I know it's not good, whatever it is. And I get a 2.
Right. You maybe heard a faint sound, an echo of that creature spitting, oil spitting creature, but it's just an echo.
I don't like that. I think we should keep watches tonight.
Okay. How do you deal with the watches? Well, at some point, everyone is done. You have a fire. You can cook some of the rations, stuff that you have brought. The bread, some dried meat.
Yeah. I look at Jacques. I look at Pompeo.
Yeah.
And I look back at Jacques. I look at Pompeo and said, Pompeo, you and I will switch taking watches.
A good night of sleep will be good for me. This is Jacques.
Yes. You need your strength. You will need it tomorrow.
What Pompeo says, I don't. Well, I'm good. I don't think I will sleep that much tonight.
I don't think you will either. Why don't you take first watch? Wake me up later.
Right. I'll do. So, right. You sleep a little while, and you suddenly are being waken up. Fortunately, it's Pompier.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, I think it's your turn."
Okay. Get some rest. And I sit up and.
Yeah. The night is clear. You can see the stars. It's cold outside, but the fire, can warm you enough. That is strange. You feel that you're not alone into these woods. Like someone might be watching you.
And I just kind of look out in the woods. I look up at the stars, absentmindedly look into the fire.
Well, there's so much in it that, you can make a perception test if you want.
And that is a 2.
Right on. That is a 2.
I swear these blue dice have 2s and 3s on them, and I can't roll them for some reason.
Well, you've heard footsteps coming your way. A couple of them, in fact.
Oh. I stand up and take out my rapier. I look down at the big sword, and I shake my head.
You hurry. Well, you hear footsteps, but they kind of stop when as you stand up.
You might as well show yourself. I can hear you.
You can see coming, okay, 2 men. Well, standard. They are dressed, in a very brownish standard way. One of them is holding an axe. The other one has a musket, but his muzzle is down, and they're both looking at you. And says, "You saw us coming."
I heard you. What do you want?
You can hear something behind your head. The of a pistol, and you can hear a woman's voice telling you, "Drop your sword, or I'll blow your head." But that voice is so familiar.
Where have I heard that voice before?
You you feel that the muzzle of the pistol is right, it is that close from your head. Probably she was hiding in the ruins and were able to make her way towards you. And while she say this, the guy with the musket is pointing at Pompier, who is sleeping, while with half awakening, and the other one takes Jacques by the collar and with his axe. Unless you want to do something between that.
I put my rapier arm with my rapier down at my side. I don't drop my rapier. I sigh.
Your rapier. That is the voice.
And what, are you going to rob us? Are you going to beat us, leave us for dead? What do you need? Hasn't there been enough bloodshed lately?
The guy with the musket is, and you can see 5 other guys coming out of the wood, all equipped with different kind of odd weapons. Some weapons you can recognize are probably made out for some soldiers or special army corps of the king or something like that. It doesn't seem like someone that they own themselves. Drop your stuff and we'll take you with us, all 3 of you. Do something stupid and I'll blow your head.
So I let go of my rapier. I said, "Do you just want our money?"
Your money, your weapons, and whatever you came for is here. That voice, make a double your intelligence check.
All right. Let's see. That is a 2. That is the average.
You haven't heard that voice since a couple of years. Still hear it behind your back. Turn yourself around that I can see your royal traitor face.
I turn around slowly with a sigh.
You can see you can see the muzzle of the gun like that, and behind it you can see the face, well, the face changing of a woman suddenly for being tied to. Sudden surprise, this is Vedette.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
When she sees you, she screams, Philippe! And then she jumps on you, hugging you, still holding the gun. Philippe! Philippe! Oh no! She's so happy to see you.
I just hug her like a man that doesn't know what to do. It is good to see you too.
Oh no, I missed you so much. No. And you have all the other guys looking around. What is it for that? Who's this guy?
And as I hold her and I pick her up off the ground a little bit, I spin just a little bit, just imperceptibly, so she's not quite looking at these other men, you know, and she's looking kind of to the side. And I kind of glance back at them with that knowing glance of a man, you know, like, just give us a minute. But with just that kind of look.
Some of the men suddenly kind of manifest themselves. Yes, it's Philip. Well, yeah, it's Philip. Yeah, he's the son of Moreau. Moreau, yeah, Mr. Moreau. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I know his brothers. Yeah. Suddenly, some of the faces, some of them reminds you of maybe the surroundings you had when you used to live around. It's Philippe.
Yes, it is I. It is I. I wish we could meet under better circumstances.
Philippe, you must come with us. Don't stay in those woods. These are dangerous. Well, beside our little gang, there are other things going around.
I know. And I said, if you'll permit me,
and
I believe I can help you. And if I try anything stupid, you can go ahead and shoot me.
I will never shoot you.
All right.
Yeah, so Pompier says you are the friends of those.
Look back and say, Pompier, if you do not shut up, you will face the same exact fate as Grassin.
As he says that, you know, the muzzle just beside his head. I surrender myself as a prisoner of war.
We are not at war. So I sigh and I reach down into my bag and pull out the bag of money that the king has given me, and I just put it in Vedette's hand. Here, take this. Distribute it amongst all of you. Buy food.
Okay, please. Okay, I have received your letter. I received your letter, and I tried to write to you about your father, but I know that. Did you know about your father? He's gone.
I heard.
So sorry. There were blockades about our messages. Blockades, royal blockades.
I will try to send you more. I believe I can get more coins. But please, this madness, this violence will accomplish nothing.
Okay, the night is quite young. come with us. Come with us. We'll welcome you to spend the night with us. We have a just to show you trust me, Philippe. Okay, I want to bring you. I want to bring you where we were, not far from the forest.
We will go. And I glance, I tell Jacques, get up. And I glance at Pompierre with a look of like, I will kill you myself if you say one more stupid thing.
Well, it's like if his duty was back, okay? He's against enemies. And he's looking at you with a little disgrace.
I'm okay with this. I've seen him freeze in the line of duty. I do not need his acceptance.
Right. So you have all those guys suspicious, but yeah, they know you, okay? And says, we remember you, Philippe. Yeah, you have a good heart.
I look around at the men, and some of the men I recognize, and so do you. So do you.
So they're making their way through the forest. You can hear sometimes the echo of the.
Every time I glance up.
It takes about maybe not half an hour, quarter. And you come out of the forest, and they go into a barn.
Mm-hmm.
And into that barn, there are some peoples awaiting. A man comes by you. You know that guy. He was really from Montbron. Was kind of a very very popular man back when you were there. Very good working person. His name is Théophile, by the way. Théophile. Very handsome man. He comes by. And he looks at Fedette and all the gang and says, you have brought the prisoners. Fedette says, no, look, it's Philippe. He's not a prisoner. He's with us.
Bonjour.
And Théophile puts a hand on your shoulder. That's quite a surprise. It's good to see you, Philippe.
It is good to see you. This is all very much a surprise.
They put Pompierre in a corner, and they tie his hand together. And as for Jacques, they let him. They have figured out that he's a lackey, so might not be very dangerous since it's your lackey, by the way. So Théophile says, I think we can celebrate that. What were you doing around, Philippe?
It was my duty to escort somebody, and ultimately I failed, but it is okay. I was unable to protect them.
Yeah, but what? Who was this?
It was a tax collector, but he is dead.
Was he from the Caumont family?
Oh, yes, the Caumont.
You have Pompierre says he was Denis de Caumont.
Yes.
And you have come chattering all around. Denis de Caumont. Yeah. And you have some people swearing and some people praising the new. Well, one of them said, yeah, there was 2 bodies that were all wrapped around in the camp where they find them. We find them. And Théophile says, 2 bodies? He's looking at you, Philippe.
Yes, Thomas de Caumont. He is dead. Quite dead.
Yes, one less for the king.
Yes, one less for the king. This has been a hard tax. I did not know how hard it was.
But we're glad to see you. I think we should have a talk.
And what should we talk about?
Well, first of all, he takes Vedette by the hand. Well, if you can stay around, maybe you could stay long enough to come to our wedding.
I have heard. Vedette did tell me. She did send me letters that it was not going to work out. But I will have business in Paris. Perhaps. You tell me when it is, and perhaps I will be able to go. But my duty takes up much of my time. I look at both of them. I'm happy for you both.
You see, Vedette has a mixed feeling about what is happening. Sorry, Philip, but I had to make a future for myself here. You make your choices.
Somehow I do not think that I can go back.
You have still, Phil. Right. Come with me, have a drink, and we'll talk together, my friend. And he's tapping you on he's taking you by the shoulder like that, like if he was your great friend. Wasn't close from you that much back then, even though you even felt that guy was some sort of a snob for Wiesent.
Right. I'll go with him to get a drink.
Ah, Philip. Vedette told me so much great things out of you.
I'm sure she did. There's so much to tell, but I'm not sure. I'm sure that's not why you have me here now. What should we talk about?
Philippe, you've been a Musketeers, probably with your ideals, but things have changed. Father died because he was ill, and the taxes took out so much of his money that he couldn't afford someone to heal him. Right now, your mother is sick. Don't have. And the taxes are pressing on us. That tie is pressing on us even more. The childrens are working in the field, but the fruit of their work doesn't even feed them. Philippe, your place is here. You're with your family. You're a guy with the talent of yours. You must be very talented. If you have survived La Forêt des Hurlements, the Forest of Scream, you must be very talented. No one ever survived this.
You have no idea. And I can just give him a smile. You have no idea.
You must help us. You must come. Your place is here. It's not. You must help yours. That. Your brothers. Your ill mother. Over Philippe. There's a future for you here. And freedom and pride. Pride for what you have done. Well, you will done, but for what you will done. Do. My verbs in English.
I understand what you're saying. I understand, Sophia, but somehow I do not think this is much different.
How?
When you say I should come here, I should help you, I do not think you mean you. I think you mean you. You're not much different.
And just inspiring those peoples into doing the right thing. You serve a king. You serve the opulence. You serve someone who takes so much for his own little comfort. You, the king, the cardinal, you are all the same. You're not one of them, aren't you? You used to live here. You used to know what it is to work with your hand and eat what you have taken for, what you have cropped for yourself. It's just a show. Musketeers is just a show.
I don't know. I look around here and I just see you as another leader. I serve an ideal. I'm a musketeer. I serve France and I serve the king. And I think I will go now. And if you would like, shoot me in the back. You are not the first man who has tried. I just turn around. Jacques, we are leaving.
Well, I'm having a drink. It's very good.
Take it with you. It's on the house.
What do you do with Pompier?
Stop. Pompier, are you coming?
He won't come. Well, it's not Théophile that says this. It's one of the men. And yep.
I look at the man. I said, he is under my protection if he wishes to go.
There's a sudden tension in the room. What should we do? We have some people that very slowly, lowly speaking, saying he's a traitor. Théophile says, don't do that. Don't force me to do what I inspired these people to do. Make a perception test.
All righty. That is a 1.
Well, just in time, you can see someone has got past you. One of the guy that used to be your friend when you were younger, a little like Jean, but you can see him with your rapier in hand. He was fast enough to take it from you. If it says, don't do this. You know what is the right answer for this.
So he has my rapier.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Well, I've succeeded in a stealth roll, and I had one more success.
I understand.
I have 2 success. So, and you can, well, he says, Théophile says, we know what is the right cause, and there's only one choice for you. Fedette. And you can see Fedette going beside, just in front, between you and Théophile, and pistol is up. She's looking at you. Don't do this, Philippe. Don't make me do this. And she's crying.
And Jacques, where the hell is Jacques?
Where the hell is Jacques? Does he has any skill in stealth? I don't know
whether he has a little bit of, no, I don't think he has any skill in stealth whatsoever. No, not even a little bit.
Yeah, that is a likey. Well, okay. Well, let's make it a try. You know, yes. Stealth is it based on dexterity? Let's
It
see.
is.
It is. Yeah. Well, Jacques trying to hide himself, but you can see that he's crying, going away, but he just fumble upon the two shovels and sorry, I didn't mean it.
Well, it looks like it's time to go. And how in the world are we going to get out of here?
Well, you can see that Fedette is very torn. There's something, there's torture inside her.
Right.
And she's looking at you. Never thought I'd do it then like this.
I look at her and said, "You said you would never shoot me.
Right.
I expect you to keep your promise."
By the way, I give you 1 style point for being, for being faithful, loyal to the king.
Good.
Now you can make now that we'll use influence roll. Usually, Fedette would be loyal to you. Well, this is a special case since even though she's not loyal to you, she is loyal to you, which means that you have a +2 to make that roll, which means double your charisma +2. She'll make a willpower test. But beside, you can see Théophile saying to her, "Don't listen to him. No, what I said to you before."
All righty. Well.
Okay, peasants willpower.
Okay. Well then, yeah. In that case, I'm gonna spend a style point and add one more to my roll here.
Right on.
And that is 4 successes.
4 successes.
If ever you love me, prove it now. You said you would never shoot.
She okay. I'll make the I'll go to an influence test. Yeah, let's make some sort of a fight with charisma, which is your best skill.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay. Let's say she started at friendly, she's now helpful. You still have the loyal bonus. If you can get her to be loyal, something good will happen to you. But if it happens that she becomes unfriendly, which is 3 levels down, yeah, something bad will happen to you. Go ahead for that. You know what you have to do. He wants to leave. It's his own choice, not yours. What do you say, Philippe?
Fedette, you know what is right. You know that I love you. And I love all France, all France. I only do what is right. I serve.
Do it. Right on. Roll with your loyalty bonus.
All righty. And that is only 2.
Suddenly Fedette. And you have Théophile saying, "Now you have to do it. Press on it." Suddenly she turns around and shoots Théophile in the face.
Oh!
Right on. What happened? I'll see if it's efficient. Right? And that Théophile, well, couldn't have his active defense. Okay. He's hit in the shoulder. Ah, right. All the and you have Vedette scream, "Run, Philippe, run!" And Jacques is, I'll listen to her if you want my opinion, and he gets out.
Right, exactly. And in the meantime, I'm going to do the only thing that I can do at this exact moment. What I want to do, as I'm running out the door, running from my horse, is somebody has my damn rapier, and that's pissing me off. I'm gonna disarm him with my main gauche.
A hard rapier. Taken an Hungarian rapier. Okay.
Yeah.
Disarm when you are unarmed. It's -2 if I remember correctly, because you're unarmed.
Why I will use my main gauche.
Okay. Let's make a disarm move. Okay. Just want to have the disarm. Okay, well, you have -2 for striking at the weapon.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's all calculated into. Yeah, I got the final score here.
Okay. Rapier is 3 lethal, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
2 lethal.
2 lethal. So okay. So I have 5 dice to roll.
Right. And because I really, really want my rapier back.
Yeah.
Even though I should save this for, I'll spend the other 2 style points I have.
Yeah.
Because that's my rapier, damn it, and no peasant gets to have my rapier. Especially some no good one that stuck behind me and stole it while I was making a speech, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Right on. Well, you have it in your hand.
Good. I just flip it. Thank you very much. And I just start running as fast as I can out the door.
And you have Vedette running at you. Go away.
Yeah, and I'm just running as fast as I can.
Okay, you are on your horse and yeah. Well, there are people trying to shoot at you. Yeah, I know you like them.
I do. It's a good thing I have the ride skill.
Right on. So, 2 peasants shooting at you.
I do not know if being on horseback gives me any kind of advantage.
In
that exact moment.
Yeah, I read something about being on a horse. Just
we're using all these rules we've never used before. This is great.
The mount shares your initiative.
Yeah.
You use the move and active defense of the mount. So a horse. So you have to change your active defense for the one of the horse, which I will give you right now. It has 4 dexterity.
Excellent. That's a lot better than mine.
Yeah. The horse.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So let's roll taking into account the mounts. But your attack skill is limited by your ride. If you want to shoot or something.
I have a 6 in ride. I'm pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, go ahead. So
I'm rolling defense.
Yeah.
Okay. That is 4.
Well, one short graze, but another one hits you in the leg. You have 1 lethal.
Yeah.
So you have now 3 lethals accumulated for today.
I know it. 3 lethal and 1 non-lethal. But I'm still standing. Or, well, sitting in this case.
Right.
And so
you run in the night. Can hear shouts behind you. People, taunting at you. Traitor! Traitor! You are a traitor! Well, let's make a right skill, but taking into account just visibility.
Right.
It's near darkness, -4. You have, yeah, just in order to not get lost or something bad happens, just in case you don't take a botch, in fact. So you have -4.
Okay, -4. All right. That is a 1.
Ah,
That's
right.
not a botch.
Okay, right. Okay. You got lost. You don't know where you are. That's basically it. You're in the night. You got lost.
All right. I'm just listening for sounds of pursuit, making sure Jacques is I don't know if we decided Jacques was on my horse with me. Probably.
No, he has his own horse.
Yes, okay, okay. Making sure Jacques is with me, but okay, well this is better. This is better than being there. I just look down at my leg, feel how bad it is, tie some strip of cloth around it.
Did you saw how this Théophile has a grasp on Fedette?
I did. He's quite a silver-tongued bastard, isn't he? Of course, Briscourt could teach him a thing or two. Not the most charming fellow. Briscourt could have talked me into joining them, but not him. Oh,
Yeah,
Jacques,
right.
what have we gotten ourselves into? This is not the same place we knew.
You can see, well, a couple of lights, lanterns coming by. Some kind of a search for you. Probably. I don't see him. Find him. Fight him. I'll teach him a lesson.
Well, this is looking bad, Jacques. So I'm going to try to slowly and carefully pick our way through where we are out, away from the lanterns, away from the searchers.
Right.
Trying not to draw attention to ourselves, but using every ounce of ride skill I have to just kind of move through the brush.
Well, you can make some sort of a stealth check. Yeah, do we have stealth?
Okay. I do.
Well, I can make you the near darkness as a bonus right here. Give you a +4 to your roll.
That would work. Okay. Well, then we're going to call this. All right, that helps. that helps.
But how much dice with? Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Okay, so that is only 2 with those dice.
Will peasants ever find you? Okay. You can hear, since you're used to that sound, that you can only hear it. You can't see it.
And for the first time, that sound actually makes me smile.
You can hear the voice of Théophile, an echo of it. Beware, I know this kind of creatures. Jack, he knows.
Shut up, Jacques. Shut up.
What? What is it, Théophile? What is it? And you can see away something catch it fire. Someone screaming. You can hear a human torch. You can see it, it's far away, and there's some sort of a panic. Jacques says, must have blown out someone with his lantern.
Yeah. I guess so. Even without that old crone, that whatever the hell it is, it's certainly not a turkey. That's causing some problems, which is good for us right now, Jacques. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, right. So, Right, you're trying to get away. Okay, you have how much stealth do you have by actually?
4.
+4 because of the night, but I will limit this to your right skill. So you simply
6.
roll your right skill, yeah.
Okay.
Because your
I'll try
whole
to stealth it
is
over.
not as stealthy as you.
And that is a 4. Thank goodness.
Oh, which makes him a hard. Well, it's like if you have made a hard against an opposed roll with if he sees you. Well, you have made an exceptional success. How does exceptional sounds with what you're trying to do?
I'm just able to lead the horses just slowly and carefully around any peasants that are still searching for us.
Yeah.
And just very, very carefully just manage to increase the distance until they're no longer anywhere around us. Jacques, I think we're far enough away we can find a path and gallop out of here.
You can see another human torch lighting up by far behind.
Yeah, I think they're pretty busy with that creature, and just whatever you do, do not light anything. No fires, nothing.
Yeah. Understood. The last thing you can hear the voice of Théophile talking loud, but not talking in French, talking into some strange language.
You hear that, Jacques?
And you don't hear the creature anymore.
Oh, I wish Jean-Marie was here. And just shake my head.
Right.
I will have a lot to report. I will have a lot to report to Monsieur de Treville. What will I tell the king? What will I tell? What will I tell Jacques Nampart de Comment? What will I tell Martin and Briscoe?
Well, we have the documents.
We do.
You have a new sword to put to decorate your room. I have already an idea to where to put it. I have some nails somewhere. It will be great.
And Jacques, what is that you're carrying? How many bottles of wine did you steal from them while we were there? Is that 3 or 4?
Well, the as much as this horse can bring.
I start laughing. Good man, Jacques. We gave him enough gold for that. Well, we'll have time to drink in a while. Let's get out of here.
Right. Well, your coming back is quite uneventful. You can ride quite fast through the fields of France and the roads. And you come back to Paris. And no, the Spanish are not at 2 miles from Paris. 4
Thank
miles.
goodness.
So, where are you heading once you enter?
I'm heading. Well, first I go to the barracks. I want to get myself cleaned up. And really quickly, you see Monsieur de Treville's doctor one more time. The one who's nursed me back from hell from the gunshot wounds.
Right.
Just get at least so he can bandage my wounds. But then I need to head to the palace.
Okay. Well, he convert 2 of your lethal into non-lethals.
That is good. That is good.
He looks at you, says, I can do something with the bullet, but your neck. What have you fought, monsieur?
I look at him and I grab him by the shoulder and says, "A woman, one of the most treacherous creatures of all."
You're taking You should take some advices from your friend Alphonse.
Yes, maybe I should. Maybe I should. Or maybe I should not. Maybe I should stay away from women. Maybe I should walk the road that Martin does.
No, good, but that's all I can do for the neck. I just think you should rub it with alcohol once in a while. I can tell your lackey how to do it. Otherwise, you're fine.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure Jacques will know what to do with the alcohol. Come on, Jacques. You stay here. I must let's see Monsieur de Treville and go report to the king.
Yeah, do you want me to hang the sword somewhere?
No, I will take it with me.
Oh, yeah, whatever you want. I'll prepare the stuff at your place.
All right. So I'm heading to see Monsieur de Treville at this point.
You go see your captain?
Yeah, I see the captain.
Okay, well, at this time of the day, yeah, he's in his desk. Oh, come, Philippe. I've heard that you came back alone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, alone.
Well, you're lucky, but yeah. What happened? I want your report.
And I just kind of slumped down in the chair. Usually, I try to stand at attention in his office, try to have some kind of level of decorum, even though I'm a little bit too exuberant. But today, I just slumped down. And
you notice.
We got the documents. We got the documents, but we ran into a lot of trouble with the populace. A lot of rebellion.
Heard of that, yeah. Problems over those regions.
A lot of problems, and I did not realize just how hated Denis was. Most of our problems were related to the populace trying to kill him, but I was able to defend him. I was able to defend him from that, but I could not defend him from what we found at the ruined castle of his father. But I was able to dispatch one of them. There were some creatures there of the type that we have seen before, but I will call them Spanish spies.
Should just call them Croca?
Perhaps we should. Perhaps we should. And I suspect there may be more going on there than simply peasant unrest. Perhaps calling them Crocon is not as far-fetched as it sounds. I learned that my father has passed away, but
oh, sorry.
It's okay. I do not think I will be going back there for a while. So, if it's all the same to you, I will not take any leave. I will stay here.
That's okay. We have lots of work for you here.
Good.
I'm sorry, but nevertheless, we have to deliver what you have brought to the king. And what is that big sword?
This sword is something that he found with the cylinders. I do not know what it is, but it was able to defeat this Crocon when nothing else could. My rapier would not touch it, but this cut through it like a hot knife through butter, for lack of a better word. It seemed to have some kind of power over it. So perhaps I'll have Martin examine it, see what he can tell me. Perhaps the father.
Well, with some, he's looking. He says something while looking at the sword. Yeah, yeah. I'd like you to get this object out of my desk, please.
Of course, sir. Of course. Is it the writing? Do you understand Latin?
a little bit, but I'm not sure I want to read that. You know what I mean?
I understand, sir. I understand. I will give this to Jacques before I go see the king.
Go see the king. I'll make a report. So we have, let's say, Grasset. What happened to him?
He was killed by the.
Donc, Denis de Caumont killed.
Yes, killed.
Pompilleux.
Captured.
Captured by the Croquant. That will make the king very angry, as much as Mr. de Montpart de Caumont. And they will strengthen probably their efforts to crush them down. You know it.
It will, but I believe there's a ringleader. That is the man they should look for.
Théophile, you said?
Yes.
I'll search for that.
I would suggest they make a hunt for him.
Yeah, well, you know, by the way, you know his full name is Théophile Cuillet, so I will put that in the OneNote, but he takes note of Théophile Cuillet. Search that man.
Right.
So go to the king. He's writing you a letter. You can give that to the person on the door. The king will receive you himself and reward you for your great service for the country.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So I stand up and salute and straighten myself out. Go back just long enough to give the offending sword to Jacques, and head to the Louvre. Walk to the Louvre with my cylinders and with my note.
Right. Cold but sunny day. Yeah, everyone is busy at Croissant du Pont-Neuf. But the Louvre is quite open. Give the letter to one of the guard, someone, a face that you know, which leads you into where the king is standing right now. The king is there with some valets. Right now he's eating, has a plate, lots of food on the table. You have the queen at the other end of the table. They're both eating, being served. The valets are waiting all around them to serve their wine, to cut their food if needed, to clean them up. Mr. Musketeer, Philippe.
Philippe Moreau, Your Highness, and I bow to the king. I look at the queen. I bow, Your Majesty. I have brought what you asked for.
But bring that to me, please.
So I bring him the cylinders and place them on the table. Here you are, sir.
Oh, and the letter from Mr. Trevinsling. Oh. I guess those Croquants were very active when you were there.
They were, Your Highness. They were. I do not think they are all bad people, but I think they have been influenced by some bad people. I provided Monsieur de Treville with at least one name that I believe, if you cut off the head, I believe the body will die.
Good. Well, you have proven yourself to be a great soldier and a great guard of mine. So, I can grant you something. I can give you more money, or I can recommend Mr. de Treville for you to maybe consider you be a higher rank. Some great deeds. You survived this mission, which was more dangerous than we would have expected. We have lost 2 great soldiers and came back.
We have. I do not think I will have a use for the money, sir. I thought I might. I thought I might at the beginning, but I do not. I do not believe so.
I'll talk to Mr. de Treville then. And thanks for this. It will help us. Well, these treaties will help us against the Spanish, and especially against those rebellions. You have served your country well.
I live to serve France and the King, Your Highness. It has been an honor and a privilege.
He's
and I give
smiling.
you salute.
And you have the Queen. Well, you're not. Well, the Queen doesn't bow as much as the King, but she doesn't really react to this. Well, her brother is kind of the leader of Spain right now, if I remember my history correctly, but that is something else. Okay, so right on. That's the end of the adventure.
Excellent. I feel like I'm no longer in danger.
No. Well, okay. Well, you were, making that a double session will make you lots of experience because you were there at the time, 2 experience points. I will just find experience chart.
Oh no, we can't freeze during experience point time. This would be terrible.
Okay, 2 experience for being part of the game session. Being in leader. Well,
all right.
Being in leader both times. That makes 4 role playing. Right. What have you learned during those 2?
What did I learn?
What?
Oh, good God. What did I not learn? I learned, and I hope you unfreeze. This will be terrible. But I learned, I learned that you can't go back to where you came from. I learned that that a lot of what I took for granted about how the world really worked wasn't really true. You know, I learned that, you know, this oppressive tax that the king was putting out that I kind of just didn't really know about because I was young, and then I was a musketeer. You know how much it hurts the peasantry, but I also, you know, I learned that my salary comes from it. I learned that there are not very many easy answers, and that oftentimes duty comes into conflict with your other motivations. It's very hard to make choices. So I feel like, you know, my rose-colored glasses, if they weren't cracked already, they've shattered.
Right. Well, it will be you a 7 experience points.
You say one more? I couldn't hear you. You're cracking up.
7.
7. 7, like 7?
I wrote it in the chat.
Okay.
7.
Oh, I see that. Oh, good. The chat. I see. Oh, there we go. Excellent. 7 XP is good. In danger, like lots of danger, all the time.
And for the resources, I will have to talk about it to round that out. But there will be resources and rank. But yeah,
right. We'll have to talk about that in the group, I think.
Oh well, I hope that was enjoyable.
Oh, it was great. It was great. There was
Excellent.
There was a lot of cool stuff in the session. You know, both halves of it. But yeah, I feel like after coming out of both sessions, like I've just been in the ring with Mike Tyson. Like Philippe just got the crap beat out of him. You know, you know, from, I mean, I knew the moment the gun clicked behind my head and you recognize the voice, I'm like, that's got to be Fedette. That has to be. Who else could it possibly be? You know, Francois has taken every other, you know, part of my life and turned it against me. The only thing I was waiting for is for Jacques to be holding the other gun. That's right, you son of a bitch. You know?
Yeah.
And there was that one moment where I thought that my lackey was going to burst into flames, and you were going to get me back for taking your lackey.
Oh, it was close this time.
I know it was close. I know it was close. You know, but that's what happens when you run a session.
Yeah. Right on. So I'll stop the broadcast. Yes.
All right,